Hello, hello, hello. Uh, oh, hey, Shanti. Yeah, I do like my starting soon screen. It's a new starting soon screen. Um, welcome to Dungeons and Dragons, everyone. Oh, you can see, yeah, you can see like all of the cat. There you go. All of the cat is available. Although if she puts her head down, her head will get cut off. Seems
Not
suboptimal.
literally, of course.
Not literally, of course. Welcome everybody to Girls Gone Candlekeep. Perhaps we should just go around and quickly remind ourselves who we are going to be in this wonderful land. Um, we can do it in the order of the Discord call. I don't actually know if everybody's Discord calls turn up in the same order. Now I come to think of it, but in my Discord call, Anne is in the top left-hand corner. So, Anne, remind us who you are.
I'm Anne, and also Sasha, cleric dwarf with a warhammer.
With a warhammer. Very important, Damien.
I'm playing Galway, the ranger, and apparently survival expert.
I need one of those.
EJ.
I am. I'll stop looking at that. I am Juniper. I am a little gnome druid.
Robbie.
I am Fizzleton Glowsparkle, a very adorable gnome mage.
And Dan Face.
I will be playing Vedeketh, a half-elf paladin whose morals are questionable at best.
Yeah, corruption count so far, one priest. Excellent.
Yep.
50 Shades of Vedeketh.
Oh, gosh, that went
You
dark
say
places.
flexible, I think. Flexible morals.
Oh, I'm very quiet in relation to everybody else. Oh, dear. All right, Oh, I can turn myself up. But it's probably because I'm looking away from my microphone. Turn my gain up a bit. Is that any better?
Oh, definitely.
You definitely got louder.
Yes.
Okay. Right. So to remind us all, yeah. Now the cat's head's got cut off. Sorry about that. To remind us all what we were doing previously, I believe Galray has a little diary entry to share with us all.
Oh, mother. I don't know what you'd make of the ladies group I travelled with. I was at the usual place, the Kegs in Baldur's Gate, looking to see if there was anyone there looking to go to Candlekeep. I had some supplies to take there myself, and you know I can do it on my own, but like you said, I always offer to take other people with me just to make sure they get there safely. Well, the first pair to catch my attention were a dwarf and a half-elf. The dwarf, by garb, looked clerical, and I could see what looked like a symbol of Tempest. The half-elf, more warrior by looks, but again, the symbol of Tempest seemed active, so maybe travelling with the dwarf as battle companion. They were discussing Candlekeep, and that seemed to draw the attention of a gnome that was, well, I say propped at the bar, propped against the bottom of the bar. Walked over to talk to the other two, and that drew the attention of a second gnome, who was a bit further back, who made their way over as well. They talked about Candlekeep for a while, and then one of them loudly asked the whole bar if anyone knew the way. Luckily, this being the Kegs, not such a dangerous question to ask. Some places, you might as well just handed their money and their lives over there and then. But I went over, told them I was going that way. I'd do my best to get them there safely. Just hopefully they could handle themselves as well. I didn't ask for money. Again, you tell me, help those lost in the wilds. We weren't in the wilds, but they look lost. I found out their names. The dwarf, Sasha, was indeed a cleric of Tempest. The half-elf, Vedeketh, turned out to be a paladin of Tempest. and seem to be calling themselves brother and sister. I'm assuming adoption. If not, there's a family dynamic there I don't really want to ask about. As for him being a paladin of Tempus, his actions seem to contradict that. He looked more as though he'd be at home in the Temple of Soon. But each to their own. I'm sure he's a lovely person, really. As for the gnomes, Fizz and Juniper. Fizz wasn't really wearing much in the way of armour. I was later to find out they were users of the arcane arts. Juniper looked more casual and attuned to nature in their actions. This was because they turned out to be a druid. We started our journey south, and it was relatively uneventful. I went out and foraged the first day. Juniper asked if they could go as well, and proved to be as good as I am. Going to be nice having someone from the natural side of things travelling by my side for a while. In fact, on the whole trip, the only real danger we had was on the final day, when a pair of bandits decided that attacking a group twice its size was a good thing. This was either stupidity, desperation, or there were more of them hiding somewhere else. So I deliberately held back during combat, let the others show what they could do, and I'd keep an eye out for others. I couldn't see anybody else, so I finished the last bandit myself quickly just to stop the combat taking so long. However, this led to an interesting debate, as the Tempus followers insisted we build a funeral pyre to commemorate the battle skills, or lack of these bandits, while Juniper wanted to leave them for nature. The animals, the birds, the plants, the worms. I was siding with Juniper. Eventually a compromise was met. After all, the ash from the pyre would, of course, fertilise the plants slightly, so they gained something from it. Later that day, we arrived at Candlekeep, where, true to form, Vedicus made friends with a young cleric. I think that's what he was trying to get anyway. He really is more Sunite than Tempus. But I've got him here safely. I'll probably stay around for another few days just to see if there's any scholars want to be guided somewhere, or there's people heading up to Baldur's Gate. But these people have got here. I'll let them get on with their jobs they've got. I wish you and the family were still around. I think you would have had such fun meeting this group. I'll write to you again soon.
Oh,
That was smashing.
there
that
you
was
go.
amazing. Well done, Vanian. Thanks so much for that. I hope that's all reminded us of what we were doing. So,
I know.
And who we were doing in the case of Vedicus.
yeah, I doubt he'd forgotten. So, so you
I didn't get the monk's name, but I don't think he did either.
You never know, he may surprise you.
so
He probably won't.
Yeah. So we've all passed the night here at Candlekeep. You've been, well, most of you have been in the House of Rest, presumably. It's now morning. Unclear where Vedicus has been. Vedicus, where have you been? What's your?
Yeah, I've been around.
Okay.
And I think the last time we saw them, they were heading off towards the bathhouse.
Heading off towards
because
the bathhouse.
they'd
Yeah.
never heard of a bathhouse before.
How
Yeah.
possibly could one work?
Needed some
Yeah,
instruction,
needed some
apparently.
assistance in
Yeah.
the bathhouse direction. Yeah. So you all turned in for the night at the House of Rest. It's morning now. So presumably you're making your way into the hearth for breakfast. Who's up?
Meal of the day.
Who's up first?
I was up bright and early, just wanting to sort of get the feel for the place. I thought heading towards a hearth and just observing other people in the area was probably a good idea. You never quite know who you're surrounded by.
Okay, so you've wandered into the bar, or the inn. It's pretty empty. There's a few people around, but it's pretty quiet. Barkeep says, "You looking for breakfast?"
Yes, please, and some tea if you've got it, please.
Yes, certainly. We've got some tea. I'll bring that over. Do you want this? Do you want to sit at the table? Or do you want to sit at the bar?
Table, please. Hopefully, my companions will be joining me.
Ah, yes, of course. So he gestures to a table in the corner. You can go sit yourself down. He'll bring you, I say full English, but he'll bring you some kind of, bacon, eggs, that sort of thing, and a cup of tea.
Good.
On the mention of bacon, I'll walk in the door.
Okay. Obviously, see your
Greet
little
him
gnome
because-
friend. Yep.
Yep. Obviously, greet him by name because he's probably one of the ones I help supply.
Ah, morning, Galray. Usual?
Oh, definitely. I smelt it from the stables.
So he brings you some kind of bacon butty and a mug of coffee.
Oh, definitely. Especially the coffee. Morning, Juniper.
Good morning. I hope you slept well.
Yes, the hay was most comfortable.
Good for keeping you nice and warm.
Oh, yes.
Have you
Who
seen
do you
any of
reckon
the
will be-
others yet today?
I haven't seen any of them. I did hear some movement in the early hours of the morning from the bathhouse, but someone walking past. But
I don't know what a
think
bathhouse is. Mm-hmm.
I think he wanted help getting his armor off.
Oh, okay. Is that what they call
That's
it?
what we
around
call
these
it now.
parts?
At this point, Vedikath will enter, whistling nonchalantly, looking pretty smug with himself, having had
Not quite sure how you do nonchalant and smug all at the same time, but I'm
No,
astounded that you manage it.
I'm sure Vedikath is up to that challenge.
yeah.
I'm
I've
confident
known
that one's
Vedikath
okay.
quite a long time. He can definitely pull that off.
Yeah, I'm sort of slightly stunned by it.
The barkeep raises an eyebrow in your direction and says, "Coffee, sir?"
Most certainly, good sir. And some form of nourishment as well.
Yes.
Certainly worked up an appetite.
Yeah, the barkeep just sort of chuckles to himself a bit wryly, appears with more coffee. In fact, he puts a pot of coffee on the table now, and a slightly larger plate of the meat than he gave to Juniper, and a couple of bacon butties. Yeah, plenty of meats arriving on the table at the moment.
At this point,
Don't joke.
a very messy-haired gnome walks in. I need the coffee now, please.
Oh,
Please.
There's a whole pot on the table for you there, little
Can
friend.
I have another?
Oh, okay. Barkeep raises an eyebrow and is like, "Oh, okay." It gives a little shrug, like, "Weird people. Cool, fine." Goes and fetches some more.
I plop myself on the seat at the table and just sort of put my hands in my face and like, oh god, my head, it really hurts.
I'll pour, a small coffee.
Are you okay, small one? You look how I should probably feel.
I couldn't get to sleep very well. I was so excited about being here, and I just, when the nights are drawn in, it's lovely to have a bit of an imagination about you, and then the sun came up and I regretted everything.
A few people had restless nights.
Oh? Oh.
I think just
Something was disturbing the horses last night.
I'm just looking over.
Now that's an
my
accusation.
I'm just looking over my glasses generally. in Vedi's direction, slightly shaking my head.
Reddy just completely doesn't care. He's like, yeah, I know what I'm about.
I come down to breakfast. Morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Morning, Sasha.
Morning, brother. Did you have fun?
Let's say yes, and let's just say my armor is now clean, and also I am now clean. It took a while, but days of traveling, lots of dirt to scrub off.
It took a lot of polishing of his armor.
Yeah.
Especially,
They require a certain amount of buffing. I chuckle to myself. I'm very proud of that one.
Wax on, wax off, wax on, wax off.
You can see the barkeep is cleaning the bar, but trying very hard not to laugh. He thinks that might be a little bit rude.
There was no little bit about it.
Why, thank you.
Oh dear.
So there's plenty of the barkeep's brought over plenty of meats, plenty of breads. He's keeping the coffee coming.
Thank you.
When he comes over at one point to fill the coffee, he says, "So what's your plan for the day? Is there a particular book you're going to be asking to see? Particular subject of research that you're interested in? What's the plan?"
Well, my slightly shorter sibling here and I, we are looking for any kind of information on our individual heritages.
Oh.
We have some small clues from our guardians, but we were hoping that Candlekeep may hold something more concrete. Does concrete exist in D&D? I mean, the Romans had concrete, so let's go with it.
Yeah, why not?
It must
can-
do.
we
It's
can-
got
we can put
such a
concrete.
lineage to it.
We can put concrete in Faerun, it's fine.
There you go. You also want to book on building techniques.
Well, no, because there's
Wizards of the
concrete.
Coast won't mind.
There's concrete back from, I think it's the Roman times, that they've only just managed to work out how they made it.
Yep.
Like, it's taken them this long to work out how they got it to and how it holds together as well as it does. I read about it like a few weeks ago. So yeah, totally.
Oh, well, there we go. There you go, Wizards, concrete, now canon, Faerun.
So say we all.
So say we all. Yeah, exactly. Oh, well, that sounds like a fascinating topic. So you're all gonna help with that research, are you? Or?
I'm just going to hang around for a few days, see if there's anybody else heading up towards Baldur's Gate. I got these folks here safe.
Of course, Galro, of course.
I'm just looking for the most interesting thing I can find.
Oh. Has anyone explained how the library works? No?
Actually, no.
explained last night,
I knew.
didn't they?
I mean, I knew there was I knew that I've always known about the library, and I knew I had to bring something that they'd never seen before to get in. But I hadn't really thought about it beyond then. I just sort of,
Oh, well,
figured it was a library.
if you know what subject it is you want to research, you go and ask the avowed at the gates, and they'll open you up these extra-dimensional rooms. I love our extra-dimensional rooms, but basically open you up a study, and it'll have all the books in it that you're interested in, or the avowed can go and fetch you the topics that you're interested in.
Gosh, how exciting!
And they open up new rooms just for everybody who studies. There's lots of loads of extra-dimensional space in the library. It's fascinating.
However, remember, you cannot take the books.
No. You have to. You have
I
to
mean,
pay to have a copy if you want to do that.
who would steal books? Who would do that?
Well, only someone
Definitely.
very foolish within the library, says the barkeep, and laughs. And,
Who would do that?
and
That'd be a
turns
very
away.
silly idea.
Do these extra-dimensional rooms? Have they ever lost anybody in them?
Oh, people go missing all the time.
And nobody worries about that?
Oh, there are some avowed that are supposed to be keeping track of that kind of thing. Absolutely.
But it's fine. It's just a thing that,
No,
that
they
happens.
pop back out somewhere else. It's fine.
Where else?
Yeah,
Hmm.
it's fine.
More close or like the other side
Oh
of...
no, somewhere else in the library. Usually, it's fine. I mean, not in the obviously you can't go into the library unless you're an avowed. But like in a different dimensional space, or it's all fine.
And it's normal?
I mean, this is Candlekeep. Lots of things are normal.
Expect the unexpected.
Always with all these magic types around.
I mean, normally they turn up after a few hours, maybe.
Yeah.
There was that report of that group that went missing and turned up 15 years later. But
Oh, that's very rare.
I'm sure that wouldn't happen again, would it?
That's very rare. No, very unusual.
It wouldn't happen again.
The barkeep laughs heartily. Yeah, you're perfectly safe. Take Galray with you. It'll be fine.
Yeah, thank you for that.
You're welcome. And he slaps you on the back of the shoulder and then sort of wanders back off behind the bar. Go and clean somebody else. Somebody else attach it. Clean somebody else? Clean somewhere else. Everybody in this bar is obsessed with other people. Yeah, he goes off to serve somebody else. Do a different thing. Leaves you to chat.
Like extra dimensions you can get lost in. Gosh.
I'm sure it's fine. They've been doing it for forever.
Yeah, they've been getting lost forever. That sounds not safe.
Just think of it as an adventure.
Within an adventure.
I mean, I suppose you have to sometimes pay a price for knowledge. Trying to work out if that's the sort of price I want to pay.
Fascinating. More coffee?
Pour it out.
Yes,
Sometimes
Gary?
you being small, one coffee carafe is lasting a long time with you.
It needs a lot to function, this big old brain. I mean,
And I will pat him on the head, sympathetically for the big old brain comment.
Just sort of hold the cup with two hands and just have a really sarcastic side eye, being like, big old scowl.
At this point, Vedeka thinks he is the height of comedy, and the way he's looking around, wondering why is no one else falling off their chairs laughing at this? That was an amazing comedy moment, and you're all clearly terrible judges of comedy.
Maybe you can research that.
Bye.
You are definitely a mage because that was a burn.
I'm going to touch Betty and pretend to cast a healing spell. I know that, her darling. Don't worry, I've got you.
Vedeketh is wondering, is it really frowned upon to compare the size of a gnome to the size of a great club? In terms of, force equals mass times acceleration.
Only one way to find out.
Right. Okay. Well, I have a memory like a sieve about something. So obviously, I came here looking for books on druidcraft and understanding relationships with animals to try and master the skills I already have. But I've forgotten what the rest of you are looking for. I'm so sorry. Fizz, I feel like you are basically looking for sort of high adventure more than anything. Would that be right?
So I have to look for something that would be useful for my tribe.
Oh, yes.
The most useful thing you get sort of a higher up in society in my tribe.
What sort of things do you think might be useful for your?
Well, Well, now that I'm hearing about extra-dimensional things, could be good for storage.
I mean, yes.
Could be.
As long as you could always get back into the right
I mean, I would be
There's-
hoping that there would be ways to research that and experiment with that, perhaps. But
well,
also, embracing sort of all the energies that we have as well. You know, being self-sufficient and not needing to have energy from anywhere else would be very good. All this is all very exciting. There's so many possibilities. Or I could just get a comedy book and just be a stand-up comedian. That could be good too.
but,
I go and sort of have a look over and go, "Are we done? Are you done with your little jokes? It's too early in the morning, and I have not finished this pot."
The little jokes may finish, but the short jokes are on their way. Don't you worry.
Oh, I can't wait to grow into them.
Ooh.
oh, Sasha, she says, desperately trying to soothe what's happening here. Sasha, what is it you're looking for while we're here?
Any information on where I come from?
Oh, like a
Um,
sort of a historic family quest for you.
basically.
Oh, now that is exciting. Find out what your roots are and where you come from, and what that could mean for perhaps who you are and what you could do and where you could go.
Maybe. More like I don't think it will influence me that much. Like I do know who I am. But I guess it would be nice to know maybe what happened to my family.
Mhm.
That could be interesting. Or really depressing. You know, but we'll see.
There's very little ground between the two.
Hmm.
Yeah.
As
Um,
you're sort of chatting, the barkeep's like, do you need more food, or are you thinking about heading out? What's the
I mean, we might as well go have a think about what we're going to do for the day, so get acquainted with our surroundings. We haven't really seen very much.
Ah, yeah, well, you're welcome to roam around the court of air. The Avowed don't mind you doing that. There's an armorer, and there's obviously the binding house where they do the copies of the books for you. There's a temple if those of you who are religious wish to spend some time in prayer. And then when you're ready to do some research, just go and ask the Avowed back at the gate, and they will assist you.
Did you say that you spent the night in the stable? Sorry, I've only just caught up to that bit.
Yes.
Why did you not sleep in the hearth?
Oh, Galray
I
always
don't
sleeps
really,
in the stable, says the barkeep.
But
I don't really like rooms over my head.
oh, more of a free
I'm
spirit of the outdoors.
yes.
Oh.
Plus, I find animals don't talk back as much.
I mean, would you like to be able to hear what they think?
Maybe one day.
I'm sure there's a book about that.
I'm sure when I become more tuned with nature, the good lady will give me the abilities to do so.
The good lady.
The lady of the forest.
Oh. Do you speak to her often?
She does not listen much.
Oh, I'm
She leaves
sorry.
that more to Lord Graelon to reply to her, but she is there when we need her.
Oh, that's comforting.
She has kept me safe over the years. He looks a bit lost in thought there for a while.
Hmm. Is this lady Juniper? Is this someone you talk to? The lady of the forest? Is that something you believe?
I give a really I give a really big sigh and look down for a long time before sort of very quietly saying, I just don't know anymore. I don't know.
Oh no. Did something
Just
happen?
start fidgeting with everything on the table just to avoid talking about it right now.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry.
No, Fizz, no. Fizz, we're here, we're in the library. It's a place of finding out things and knowledge and well, I just wonder whether or not okay, I'm just a little bit worried about this interdimensional stuff. So I don't know whether or not you all sort of perhaps fancy hanging out together a little bit longer, maybe to watch each other's backs with this interdimensional stuff.
I mean, I wouldn't be comfortable going in one by myself.
That's what. Yes. So
Maybe
yes.
maybe we could tie a long rope and sort of have someone hold it while we go into a dimension and hope we come back the same way.
Yes. I mean, yes. I'm just a little bit concerned by how lax they seem to have worries about this sort of thing, especially when people went missing for 15 years. 15 years is a long time.
I wonder whether it was 15 years for them.
Oh.
Was
that
it?
just makes me worry even more now.
Well, it could be 5 seconds and then 15 years have gone. That's terrifying.
I'm going to walk over to the bar while trying not to laugh.
Oh, was it something I said?
Staring into the middle distance, lost in like fear.
Absolute fear and just like, oh my god, what are we doing?
Bedeketh is really, really lost right now. You've all got really, really complicated, really, really fast. And he's just like, they're talking, like, he's looking over at Sasha and he's like, help. What are the little people talking about?
It will be fine. Let's just stick together so that if we get lost for 15 years, at least we'll have company. But yeah, I'm a bit confused about it. It's the stuff.
I wonder if they keep a log of what's happened.
Yeah, like a list of names and people who got lost.
Yeah, maybe there's a sign in and a sign out sheet.
The whole concept of Bedeketh is completely overwhelmed, and intellectually he's not the brightest button. And he just holds onto his amulet of Tempest and just mutters a quiet prayer to himself for comfort more than anything else and reassurance.
I can't let this go on any longer. The 15 years was a joke.
Oh, thank God. Oh, thank goodness.
Oh, you caved more quickly than I would have imagined, Galray.
Yes, but I can see the fear on their faces.
Yes, it probably wasn't very fair. Yeah, they do. People don't.
It was only 10 years.
No!
And I'll walk out the bar.
You can go right off, people, you can.
The barkeep's just laughing to himself.
Okay. Well, we can either sit here all day, which is delightful, but I sort of came here to learn. I wonder if we should head off and see if we can find out a little bit more about these terrifying rooms of losing people, or perhaps knowledge.
Dimensions of study.
Oh, that sounds better.
Shall we go with that?
Go with that.
Okay.
I perch myself off and start and take my little mug with me and go jollily outside.
Hey, don't take the crockery! Shouts the barkeep after you.
Oh, hang on.
And I down it quite quickly.
Oh, it's very hot, but there you go.
Thanks. I don't have an infinite supply of those.
Well, as long as it's not broken.
No. Thank you very much.
And with that, I give him a little curtsy, and I hop out the bar.
Yes, I'm off out to stretch my legs as well. Are you all coming? Should we go and do a thing? Are we up for that? Maybe we should go and see if we can make some headway on Fizz's need for something that will enhance his tribe amazingly. That sounds fun, at least, I think. What do you think?
I
Benny,
think
you've not
that's
said anything for ages.
let's-
What do you
let's-
think?
he's still trying to get his head around the interdimensional rooms in 15 years because he's still not quite caught up with the fact it was a joke. It's still going around a little bit in this, And he's like, yeah, okay. Let's go and do the thing. And yeah, I'm sure it'll be fine. What do you think, Sasha?
Yeah, it will be fine. The 15 years that didn't happen, they were just messing with us. Don't worry about that.
Fedka does not believe you.
We know who the brains of the operation is.
He's like,
Yeah, that really was a joke, darling. It was a joke.
It's like
That
just
did not happen.
because it is a joke doesn't mean it isn't true.
That was a lie. It didn't happen.
look over at Fizz. I'm like, what? Stop it! I can't cope. I'm not built for this.
Dear group of new friends, if you make jokes, can you please clearly indicate that they are jokes? And also, can it have just short words that are not very complicated?
So less interdimensional travel, more.
More, how you doing?
Ah,
Yes,
okay.
Nice.
me a lot because trying to explain everything to him is that just gets complicated, and I don't always understand everything myself. So that gets even more complicated, and it's just a mess. And the coffee hasn't kicked in, so yeah, especially not in the morning. Please, no jokes in the morning.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank
So-
you.
Okay. So more tavern humour than library humour.
It's
Absolutely.
kind of ironic considering where we are. Okay,
Right. Okay. Well, I suppose we should
Wander outside.
wander outside and find one of the custodians to explain to us how everything works. Because so far we know that there are books. We know that we can't take the books, but we can get copies of the books. And we know that you can get lost for 10 years, perhaps, in some interdimensional stuff that Vedi doesn't need to think about. But I sort of don't feel like I know a lot. So maybe we
Betty
should find
doesn't
something.
think very
Hey,
often.
so are you wondering?
Maybe Vedi's new friend might know something. What do you think?
Are you so you're wandering over to where the avowed are by
Yes.
the gate? Are you? Is that everyone's plan?
Yes.
So there's a dragonborn standing by the gate who says, "Hey, my name's Nax. Welcome to the library. Are you ready to do some studying?"
Hi, Nax. Yes, please.
What sort of subjects are you interested in looking at? I can show you to a room and we can pull the books that you need. You let me know the subjects
hold
you're
on.
interested in.
Before you take us to any rooms, how do you keep track of the people who are in the library? I've heard some worrying things about people getting lost.
For 15 years.
Has that barkeep been pulling your leg again?
Is it?
He's terrible. We keep lists. We know who's in the library. We've recorded your names next to the books that you brought in. So we know that you're here. It's okay. You're not going to get lost. We'll be very safe. I'll come with you if you like. I can stay with you.
And you never lose anybody. Everybody's all safe and sound.
I mean, not for long. Yeah, exactly. We lose them maybe temporarily, but we get them all back. Nobody's been lost for 10 years. More like 10 minutes. It's totally fine.
I think I
Oh.
could survive 10 minutes.
Yeah, well, yeah, but Fizz, it depends on what dimension you get sent to.
Oh, that's true.
What if it's a dimension where
What do
it's...
those people in those 10 minutes?
Oh, they all come back fine.
Yeah.
They're all fine. They get 10 minutes. It's nothing to worry about. He smiles very winningly.
I am
For a
unconvinced,
Dragonborn.
but
I mean, they are offering to come with us.
well,
Yes, absolutely. I'm not concerned at all.
okay. Well, so there's various things that we're interested in, but we thought maybe we would help Fizz out first. Fizz has quite a grand thirst for knowledge, for not just for him, but for his whole village.
Oh, marvelous.
Which is amazing.
If you have a specific section on things that benefit society,
What sorts of benefits to society might you be thinking about?
sort of things like energy supply, maybe, or well, I mean, ideally, I'd love the thing of immortality and keeping everyone safe, but I mean, that's just a fantasy. Maybe, how about things that help keep people safe in a specific area, like a shielded area.
Okay. Why don't you all come and follow me, and I'll put you into a little reading room, and then we'll go and find. We'll pull the books on that you might be interested in.
Oh,
And,
lovely.
Please follow me. And he walks across the courtyard. You all follow?
Yeah, I'll go.
Oh yes, yep. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm still not
Ferdicat's-
convinced, but I'm going.
Is
Veliket's curiosity is slightly getting the better of him.
what's Galray up to?
He's got nothing better to do. There's nobody else in the house looking for help. I've never actually seen him in one of these rooms.
Yeah, Nax raises an eyebrow and said, "Galray, you're joining us too today?"
I've never seen him in one of these rooms.
Oh,
So
oh well, yeah.
why not? There's no one else looking for help at the moment. One thing though,
Yes, of course.
obviously they've asked for the books for Fizz. Couldn't they all do research in the same study?
Yes, of course. Yes, of course. We'll we can take them. We'll take you into a study, and then we'll make a full list of what it is that you're looking for.
Oh, lovely.
So he walks across the courtyard, takes you through an ordinary-looking door in an ordinary-looking place, and then opens an ordinary-looking door into an ordinary-looking place, and you find yourselves in a study.
A large black space with nothing moving. Ah, no.
Oh, is it not? Is there no light?
No, it's
in
all come
here?
up now.
Is it come
No,
up
sorry,
now?
it came up. It was just a black square to start with. I was starting to worry we'd got lost for 15 years.
So as you come into the study, you can see on one of the tables there's a very big, very ostentatious-looking book. It's got very thick covers. It's made of ornately tooled leather with lots of gold filigree. It's open to a page. There's some notes. There's some personal belongings, and Nax looks a bit surprised. And just looks slightly uncomfortable and says, "Oh, I thought this particular room was empty. Seems like somebody's been studying in here. Oh dear. I wonder where they've gone. It looks just a little bit alarmed."
On high alert.
Who was in here?
It's a good question. Let me.
Do we see
let me go and
any
take a look.
signs of anything?
So you see the book. There's some notes. There's a sort of knapsack with sort of snacks and pens and things that you might take illicitly, obviously taking snacks into a library. But if you're a student, you take snacks into a library.
We will.
And there's a small stack of books, but this one big book definitely draws your attention.
And you said there was some other personal things there as well.
It's just a sort of bag
Just-
there.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, a couple of.
Nax, you said that you make a list of who has which books, so you should be able to find out who the person is that's gone missing.
Yes, of course. You just bear with me a moment, and Nax disappears back out of the room.
Vedeketh is going to wander over to the book because it's shiny and gold.
I
And
was
he is a
waiting for
paladin.
I was waiting for that.
And we all know paladins like shiny gold things. They're as bad as dwarves. I'm assuming it's this book here. This one.
Yes, that's where the book sits. On the front cover of the book, there's a very ornate sort of gold filigree bust of a very imposing looking spellcaster. But the book was open to a page with some handwritten notes. The book is called The Joy of Extradimensional Spaces.
Well, you wanted to find out what these things were about.
Can I be a pain and do an Arcana check for if I can recognise who is on the front cover?
You can.
Thank you. I will.
Roll me some dice. Roll me a
I will.
D20.
Okie dokie. D20. Off we go. That is an 11 plus a 3. That's 14.
Excellent. So you recognise the legendary mage Morden Kanan.
Oh, how exciting! And can I assume that this is their book that they have written?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Morden Kanan, which you would know. Oh, we're having some Discord shenanigans. Is responsible for a spell called Mordenkainen's Magnificent Mansion, where you can create a whole extra-dimensional mansion, should you be so inclined.
Gosh. So I look at the cover and I go, "Oh wow! I can't believe that this is actually a book from him. Gosh!" And I explain about who this person is. So they could just create nothing. Out of nothing appears everything. Like, it's unbelievable. This was never heard of before. This person came along and understood how the rifts between our dimensions work.
Yep, sorry.
But clearly someone was researching this and has left this dimension.
So Nax comes back in at this moment and says, the person who was in this room was a sage called Matrius. And he was researching some of the books left to us by Fistandia, who was a mage of note, and she left a whole load of books to the library after her untimely disappearance. And this was one of the books that she left. And so there should be a sage called Matrius in here. Sorry, I misread whether this room was empty or not. Matrius should be in here, so I assume these are Matrius's things.
Vedeketh looks under the desk. He's like, I can't see them.
Yeah, Nax is looking at you a little bit sort of concerned. Just sort of perplexed.
What page is it open to? Is it open to the page about the mansion?
Oh, Anne has left.
It's contagious. First we lose Maltrius, now we've lost Anne.
Yeah.
Sasha, where are you?
Yes.
Where have you gone? He looks under the desk again.
Please don't let it be 15 years. Right.
I don't think Vedeketh could survive on his own for 15 years.
Oh, there we
Oh no,
go.
it's only a few minutes. That's fine.
No, there we go. Anne is back with us.
Yeah.
It's okay.
So let me get this straight. So
We
this
thought
is
you'd gone the same way as Maltrius. It's okay.
this is a book written by a great mage who was looking into interdimensional spaces.
Extra dimensional.
Extra dimensional spaces. Who disappeared? And
No, the mage who donated this book to our collection disappeared.
Mage just okay. So it's a book by a great mage about extra dimensional spaces. Book was owned by a mage who disappeared.
Yes.
And then the sage who was also supposed to bring to this room with this book, with it open, has also disappeared.
I
Like
yes.
I am backpedaling towards the door as I'm saying this. I'm just like, what is going on here?
Could it be a plausible theory? Bear with me on this one. That they're in the book.
Well, I don't know. So Nox goes to start looking and seeing what page it's open to. It's open to a page of handwritten notes. This handwriting seems to be Fistandia's. Fistandia was the mage that donated the book to us. This is some of her. This is definitely her handwriting.
Oh, okay. And what does it say?
Roll me an Arcana check.
Oh.
18 plus 3, 21.
So it's written in a weird shorthand, but you can make out the word scepter.
Okay. A scepter.
Do you say that out loud?
Yes.
As you
Because
say the word,
I'm like reading the shorthand, and it's like scepter.
as you say the word scepter, a shimmering portal of double doors appears in the bottom part of the room. Nax looks very surprised.
I wasn't expecting that.
Oh, scepter is a command word.
Looks like it.
So Maltrius said the word, the doors appeared, he's gone through to investigate.
Oh.
As you are looking at the doors and looking at the back of Galray disappearing through them, you realise that the brightness is beginning to dim. So these doors are not going to be here too long.
I hadn't actually stepped through, I was just saying it. I'm stood by it, but I haven't gone through.
What colour are the doors? Out of interest.
They are door coloured. They've got a shimmering. They're slightly translucent, and they're shimmering.
So
they're definitely
it's not like
magical.
Okay, yeah, right.
You don't need any kind of Arcana check to look at some shimmering translucent
doors and realise that they're
and,
magical. Yeah.
That literally just appeared in front of you, and realise that probably they're magical.
Okay, so I'm very nervous, but it might not be here very long. So
you said they're doors. Are they open or closed?
They are closed.
Do we open it and see what's through?
I mean, I'll go and touch it if no one else wants to.
Well volunteered. I'm going to step back.
Yeah. Almost out of here.
Nax sees your sort of hesitation and says, "Oh well, these will be doors into an extra dimensional space. So they'll be quite safe to go through. The space will be formed on the other side."
I'll go to the door and open it and look inside.
It's pretty dark in there, but you think you see the outlines of a hallway?
What can you see, Sasha?
It's much a hallway, but I mean, someone went through here and is probably having some fun adventure. Let's go.
Can't see
Let's
any,
do it. Adventure. Let's go.
fire or anything like. And you can't see any fire. Fire is mostly the thing I'm worried about. You don't see any fire?
1 second. Do I have a thingamabob?
I have a torch in my bag. I could turn into a fire. Yeah. Or do you mean you want?
I was more worried about like everything being on fire.
Oh, right.
Rediceth has dark sense up to 60 feet. It has a pier down there. Has a, like,
Which is shades of grey, if I remember rightly,
Yep.
which is perfect for Vedicus.
there might be 50 of them. Who knows?
Who knows? Who knows? It looks like an ordinary foyer. Looks there are
Yeah.
some sconces on the walls. Just looks
There might
like
be a firm pot, you know.
Max, do you want to put us on the list of who's gone through the door?
Oh, of course. I'll make a note.
What do you say, Juniper? Up for an adventure, little one?
Ooh. Well, if there's no obvious fire, then yes. Yes, come
I
on
mean-
then. That's why I came looking for knowledge. I'm not
We'll
going to
get
find
some.
knowledge. I'm mostly geeing myself up and talking to
Yes.
myself at this point.
Oh, you've got the 2 children of Tempest with you. What could possibly go wrong?
I
The
just
Warhammer.
look at you.
Don't worry.
It's a good job I can't see the look I'm giving him from behind.
I just
Right.
look at him and then turn and head towards the shimmery door.
You do have all your equipment before you go through, I hope.
Never
I
even
am.
doubt it.
I am my equipment.
Oh.
It were.
I am my scars. Yeah. Okay. Are we all going through the door then?
Yeah.
Let's do this.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
Oh.
Let's.
And
Very dark. Very
Yeah,
dark
you will
now.
be in the dark because I haven't put your tokens down yet. Hang on a second.
Oh
I
no.
do need to rewrite the name of the maid because I've written it down wrong.
I also cast light on my Warhammer and keep it in front of me, so we have
Okay.
some visibility.
Can you see where you have landed?
In a corridor.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. So as you land in, standing in front of you, is a middle-aged human man, and as you zone in, he says, "Ah! Oh!
What does he say again?
Ah!" He's very surprised. What? Hi! Oh! Hi! You've come from Candlekeep. Hi!
Maltrius, I assume.
Matrius, yes. Hi. You have opened the portal. Oh my goodness, thank you so much. I have been trying to work out what the code word is forever. I thought I was going to be here for ages. This is a fascinating house. This is Fistandia's mansion.
Oh, really?
This is incredible. Yes, Fistandia used the Joy of Extradimensional Spaces to create to cast Mordekainen's mansion spell, and this is what she made. It's incredible. I found this amazing imp statuette. He's very excited. He's thrust an imp statuette in all of your faces. It's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. Hi. Lovely to see you. I'm very pleased that somebody has opened the portal from the other side. I'm very pleased indeed.
You're welcome. Why were you coming here?
To explore.
I mean, that's as good as answer as any, I suppose.
Yes.
Well, that's what we're doing so far.
I mean, explore.
How small are the doors behind us now? Because you said they were starting to fade.
They are. They're sort of fading slowly. I feel like I should go back to Candlekeep. I really want to take this imp statue back to Candlekeep. But there's so much to explore here. Could you just wait here a minute, and I'll be back soon.
Can Vediceth cast Divine Sense?
You can.
I shall read it for you if you wish.
Yes, please.
As an action, you can detect good and evil until the end of your next turn. Technically not in combat, but whatever. You can sense anything affected by the Hallow spell, or know the location of any celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet that is not behind total cover.
Okay, cast away. Is it a? Do you have to cast something, or is it a saving throw, or does it just happen?
No, it just happens.
Just happens.
It just happens.
Yeah, nothing happens.
Nothing. Okay.
He seems genuinely really like. I mean, he's got like.
It was more the
researcher
imp that
written all
was
over him.
giving Vediceth
No.
Like,
So I would have laughed if Edicus had come up glowing red for evil.
Shit.
No, it's a very detailed carving of an imp. It's made from onyx.
Lovely. But it's not sort of, a vessel
Doesn't
that my
seem
magic
to
is
be.
telling me.
Doesn't seem to be.
Okay, that's okay. I'm
Very
happy
well
with that.
carved, and I'm going to be very good, and I'm not going to make the obvious pun.
Before you run off, do you need me to write down the word for you so you can come back?
Oh, it's in the book. It's okay.
Did you not try that word to open the door from this side?
It's a different word from this side.
It would be, wouldn't it?
Of course
Yes.
it would.
Yes, and I don't know what that word is, so I've been stuck here. Yes, they're one-sided. These.
How long have you been here?
Oh,
Please don't say it.
I mean, not long, not long. I mean, you just presumably found my possession, like, a couple of hours. Not very. I think a couple of hours. Not long.
But we've left Nax behind, and he knows the word now. So he'll just, open it at some
Keep
point.
saying it until we arrive.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Okay.
Well, I'm glad that's settled, says Demetrius, and he bolts through the doors. Which
And he goes, I
Can
assume.
you come back and tell us the word?
he's gone through the doors.
Oh,
The doors now look like real doors.
Oh.
Rediketh tries to open said real doors.
When Vediketh opens the door, I don't know if you can. Does it show you? You can see the weirdness of empty space.
Oh. Rediketh closes the doors very quickly.
Very sheepish
Looks
face.
at everyone else and goes, "That's not the way home. Definitely not that way."
What did you see?
So, when you look up at the sky at night,
Yeah.
it was like that, but really, really close and forever.
Oh, that sounds like a void.
And again, you've confused Vediketh, so he's just gonna.
Endless nothingness?
Yeah, maybe. That's a good way of putting it.
Okay, great. In a very sheepish voice of, oh god, what have I done?
Well, we're here. We can't get back right now because, we don't know the magic words. Looks at the magic user. So we might as well start opening some of these doors that we can see. Seeing what's behind them.
Can we leave something around here so we know that we've checked this door? Because we need to remember where it is when they say the word again.
Oh, that's a good point.
I mean,
can't leave.
these doors here are very much the kind of main doors to the mansion. So you
Oh, okay, so the front door.
It's like the front door into the mansion.
Okay. So remember this door, right here, this is where we came in. Because we don't know how big this place is. We are in a void of endless possibility.
Nothing you're saying is helping right now.
I'm sorry. There'll be cute bunnies and kittens. There'll be a room of kittens, I'm sure. No? Oh, okay.
I just have retreated within myself.
I mean, even if there aren't kittens, like that person survived on their own for hours, and there's a bunch of us, and I have a warhammer, and it's now glowing, which is cool. So I'm sure we'll be fine.
And he was very happy.
Yeah.
And
I
I
think
found
that was
it
more
was
because he had a way of getting home.
look up at Shasta and I'm like, you say helpful things. I like
Oh. Oh.
To me, and we'll be fine. So shall we explore?
Sure. You've got the glowing stick, so do you want to pick the way?
Oh, did not just call it a glowing stick. You are going to be in so much trouble. Vediketh is backing away from Sasha at this point. He's like, oh no, he insulted the Warhammer. Oh.
I lean
They-
over and go, you know, warriors are very particular, special about their weaponry.
Does it have a name?
Warhammer.
Okay,
It's a Warhammer called the Warhammer.
that makes sense. I guess that's sound logic.
Warriors are very particular about their weapons. Okay. And
Uh,
paladins are very worried about the size of theirs.
Well, that thing looks bigger than me.
Probably is.
Yeah.
Probably bigger than me.
But would you like to pick which way you would like to go?
Oh, what about this? Oh, this door.
Yeah,
I
you
guess
should-
I opened that
You
door.
should be able to. If you click on the doors, that will open, and the light should. You should be able to do that. You should have control of your characters, so if you wish to move them, then do.
I was just thinking, if we move up, we can see what's coming down the corridors.
Rediceth will take a defensive position here.
I'll do the
Okay.
same from this side.
So Sasha
And
has,
I go inside.
Sasha has walked into the room. Okay. So, the entire far wall of this room is a floor-to-ceiling bookshelf. Even more books are resting on several large scarlet armchairs and small wooden tables. There are several paintings on the walls. A black fluffy cat is curled up on one of the chairs.
What do you see, Sasha? What's in there?
A bunch of books and a cat. So,
See?
Vanessa, do you want to make a friend?
See, I told you there'd be kittens. It's all good. In a very panicked voice.
As you, as the cat sees you come into the room, it sits up. Oh, and there you go.
And
there it
appears
is, right
in
there.
front of Sasha.
And it is a black fluffy cat. So thank you, Merlin, for your very well-timed intervention. Those of you watching on the stream, Anne's actual black cat just appeared in the Discord call. The cat says, meow.
So, Juniper, do you speak cat?
I certainly can speak with cats. But only I can speak with animals, but it's sort of quite a brief thing. So before we start a conversation, we need to work out what we want to talk to the cat about. What do you think we should ask the cat?
Meow.
I'm petting the cat.
Oh, are you?
Already. I'm automatically already petting the cat.
Roll me animal handling, please.
Can't.
Oh no! Oh no!
Just a cat.
Doing
So
us scared.
Oh. Oh. Is...
Robbie, have you moved your self into a cave?
Like the windows are open and the light I can see very clearly, but you cannot see me, so I am moving myself right now.
yes, I should take. Oh no, that wasn't what I wanted to do. I wanted
That
to
is a
do your
19.
foot. A 19. The cat is super happy and starts following you around.
I am.
And it keeps.
I've just
butting
forgotten
its head
about all
against
of my stresses because I'm just petting the cat now.
Cat is
while sort of
purring.
looking at you all. Say, well, what do we want to Okay, I'll do the talking, but what do we want to talk to the cat about?
How long they've been here, and maybe their name. Maybe their name first.
It's polite to first ask their
Yes.
name. Yeah, definitely.
What their name is,
Yep.
how long they've been here, and who looks after them.
Oh, that's a good question.
What are other people's thoughts? Whether they know. What was the name of the person's mansion again?
Finestria.
Fistandia.
Yes.
Fistandia. Sorry.
Maybe they are. Maybe they know them. Maybe they are them. No, that's just me going off again. I'm sorry.
I mean, it's a lot of ground to cover, but we could certainly.
Maybe the first three.
Okay.
Ask it if it needs something.
Oh yeah.
If we can help with something.
You need help.
Oh, some Foley is being provided at my feet, but I don't think my microphone can pick it up. It's because I'm sitting here going, "Meow." River has come over and she is making meowing noises at me.
Oh, how adorable!
Okay, so you casting Speak with Animals.
With animals, yes,
You just cast that, don't you? Yes.
I do. Yes.
Um,
And it
don't
does
forget
feel
to mark off a spell slot.
good. That's a great idea. I'm doing that.
Hi. Hi, pet me.
Hello.
Pet me.
Very
Pet
nice to
me.
meet you. I will definitely pet you.
Pet
You
me.
are beautiful.
I know.
Absolutely beautiful.
I know.
My name's Jupiter. What's your name?
My what?
So they call me, when people talk to me, they call me Juniper. What do people call you when they talk to you? Or do they not
Beautiful.
talk to you?
They call me beautiful. You
Well,
just called me
well,
beautiful.
oh, beautiful. Very, very beautiful. Have you been here for a long time?
I live here.
Oh, how long have you lived here for? Have you always lived here?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
I suspect. I look back at everybody and I'm like, the thing about talking to cats is they're cats. I go
I
back to
can
the
see how
cat.
that can be a problem.
Pet
Well,
me.
we will.
Pet me.
I am petting you. I wouldn't stop petting you because you're beautiful.
Yes.
Um,
Yes, I am.
do you need any help? Are you okay here? Are you? Is there anything we can do to make things nicer for you?
No. No, I have things. Many things. I can sit over there, or I can sit over there, or I can sit over there, or I can go to the kitchen and get food.
Oh, and
Can
who
you
gives
feed
you
it?
food?
Oh, the squeaky people.
The squeaky people.
There are some
Are the
squeaky people.
Are the squeaky people like any of the people who are here with me?
No, they're squeaky people.
I
Fucking
continue to
cats.
pet the cat. I'm like, whilst I relay this information to everybody else. Apparently, there are squeaky people in a kitchen that feed the cat, and the cat is called Beautiful.
Yes.
The
Yes, I
cat
am.
tells me.
Yes. Keep petting.
I do not stop petting. Like my arm is actually aching with the amount of petting I'm doing, but I'm not going to stop petting.
Do we
Um,
bribe the cat? But how?
I mean,
Did anyone
will
bring the
only do
dreamies?
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, you know how I
Anyone
feel
got?
about
Check my pocket. Have I got any
Yeah,
catnip in with the
I'm
herbs?
checking my character sheet right now.
Do I have catnip in with the herb pouch?
beautiful cat. Have you ever heard of a human called Fistandia?
Humans have names.
Humans do. Some of them, yes. Have you ever seen any humans here? I think was Fistandia a human?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah. Have
Yes.
you ever seen humans here?
Yes. Lady human, but not for ages.
Not for ages. Okay. And the squeaky people, are they human, or are they of another type of
No,
creature?
they're squeaky people.
They're squeaky people. Okay.
Ask how big they are. Are they
Yeah.
our size, smaller?
How big are the squeaky people? Are they my size, or
No,
are they
small?
the size of
They're
the
smaller.
beautiful human behind me,
Small.
or are they very small?
Small, squeaky people. Kitchen.
Kitchen. And are they
Kitchen.
smaller than you, beautiful cat?
About my size, probably.
About the size of okay. And is there anything we can get for you while we're here, apart from petting you?
No, I'm good. Thanks.
Okay. And keep petting the cat. Thank you for talking to me, and thank you for letting me just pet you. I've very much enjoyed petting you.
I'm enjoying being petted. Thank you.
Well, I will keep doing that until I leave this room, definitely.
Ah, you are my favourite human. No, favourite short person.
I'm a
today.
gnome.
Oh, a gnome.
I'm a gnome.
Okay.
A gnome.
Okay. Cool. You'll
I
be
keep
alone.
petting the cat. So there was a human lady here, but not for a long time. And the squeaky people are not people because they're about the size of the cat and they're in the kitchen.
Berdiketh is really confused now. Not only has he just heard a cat and Juniper going meow 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 meow, meow. He's like, but also now Juniper is telling him that other small people like Juniper are not people. He's like, oh,
And they're squeaky.
and they're squeaky, but
And
why are they
squeaky.
not people just because they're smaller? He's getting
Oh.
really confused, and he's getting himself in a little. He's just stuck in his own very small mind.
Oh, beautiful cat friend. Hello.
Yes.
One more question, if I may. Where can we find the kitchen, please?
You can't smell it?
I apparently not. No.
Oh.
Is it nearby?
Yes. So the cat starts walking out of the study. Gonna take control of your character for a moment. I assume you're gonna follow the cat.
I am following the cat, yes.
Okay.
Whilst telling everybody that the cat is taking us to the kitchen.
There you go.
Oh, how exciting.
Excellent.
You
well,
can-
thank you very much, little cat.
The cat walks into the kitchen and starts meow meow. You can smell the aromas of cooking. And as you peer into the kitchen, you can see a large iron stove takes up one wall, and the rest of the room is filled with tables and racks and kitchen type stuff. Everything is absolutely spotlessly clean. In the kitchen, there are 2 homunculi. So if you maybe go and look at homunculi up on D&D Beyond, if you want to see what one looks like. Is there any pictures here? Oh, no, there aren't any pictures.
Oh
here.
my god,
They're
look
just-
at them.
They're just like tiny little things.
Oh, they're adorable.
They're like adorable little bat rat.
They're like
things, right?
adorable little bat constructs. And they're like
Squeaky
flitting.
people.
They're flitting around the kitchen. And one of them comes over and says, "Hello, how can we help you, honoured guests?"
Oh, the squeaky people.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, we are tiny. Yes. How can we help?
I'm just more surprised that your voice is more squeakier than mine.
That's because we're very small.
Yeah, I can
Do you need
just about see that.
Do you need things cleaned? Do you need cooking? What do you need?
How long have you been in this kitchen?
Oh, a long time. Long time. Very, very, very long time. It's nice to have new honoured guests.
Honoured guests.
Honoured
Are we
guests.
honoured? Are we honoured guests?
All guests are honoured guests.
Says who?
We are homunculi. All guests are honoured guests.
Oh, that tracks. Yeah, they should have thought that one through.
When was the last time you had guests other than us?
Oh, a very, very, very long time ago. Very long, many, many years ago. We only have the cats now. Oh, and the fairy dragons. There are some fairy dragons, but fairy dragons and cats. We cook and we clean and we look after them and we pet them. I see Beautiful has brought you here.
Oh, their name actually is beautiful.
Oh yes, of course.
Oh.
They're talking about the cat, by the way, Vedicus.
Berdiketh looks over at you and goes, well, obviously, I am radiance itself.
How can we help you? What can we do? We would love to serve you. What can we do?
So, in little bit of Berdiketh's brain is ticking, and he's like, he can remember like a lesson he was taught back in the orphanage about beasties and things like that he might one day need to squish. Because
Warrior's
he's good
first
at
wishable.
yeah, he's good at that, and that's one of his main skills. And he's like, "Hello, little flappy friend. Where is your master?"
Oh, we don't know. They went away.
Okay.
Yes, long
This
time.
would be
They went away.
that would be Fistandia.
My master is Fistandia. My name is Cumin. I am Cumin. My friend here is Coriander. Coriander's master is called Freyot.
And is Freyot where is Coriander's master?
No, they both went away. They both went away. Long time ago. Only the cats. Only the cats and the fairy dragons here now.
Sorry. Did you say fairy dragons plural?
Yes, fairy dragons.
Race. Tempest. Tempest watch over us.
And where are the fairy dragons right now?
The fairy dragons are through. If you go through the dining, if you go through to the arboretum, that's where we keep the fairy dragons. The fairy dragons like it in the arboretum. The cats are in here. You'll see my cats are in here. There are quite a few cats.
What are the cats' names? Do you have a long list of names for us?
Human looks a little bit confused by
Raven
this.
is about to stab Robbie.
Yeah.
No.
I like the fact that Fizz was psychic and knew there were loads of cats here without even realizing.
I did say there would be rooms full of cats.
I was quite impressed myself. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, the cats. Here they are. There's 3 or 4 cats in the corner. They're all identical black cats.
Oh. I was not expecting them to all look the same.
Black cats are the best cats.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Sorry.
Oh.
Oh no!
You're in trouble.
That's Raven dying in her sleep tonight.
Calico cats are good too. I think the calicos are upstairs.
Please don't kill me.
Yes, masters went away a long time ago. Long time ago.
But you don't know where they went? They just went away?
No.
They didn't tell you they were going?
No. I mean, we just cook and clean. Cook and clean.
Did they leave through the front door and never came back?
Fistandia used to go to the upper or lower. Fistandia used to go upstairs to the planetarium and disappear there. And then come back.
Oh, and then come back.
Yes.
But gone again now.
Gone again now. Gone forever. Gone for ages.
Does Vedikath remember anything more about these little creatures?
I don't know. Roll me a what would it be to find out about a creature? These are constructs.
Arcana, maybe, if they're constructs.
Okay, let's do an Arcana roll. This could be unfortunate.
I was going to say, is this really Vedikath's strong point? But
it's an intellect-based one.
Oh.
Well, I just rolled a 16, so 16 minus 1 is 15.
Okay.
Really thinking very hard.
He's almost strained.
It's like his sweat pouring off his brow.
Yeah, he's going to remember. He's like, oh!
So, most homunculi can't speak, but these ones do speak common, which is quite surprising. Each homunculi only has like one master, so they can only create one, which is why they have different masters, because they can only have, each mage can only create one of them. Oh god. Don't jump out the fucking... Oh, just 2 seconds.
It's because you said black cats were better.
It's the thing about the black... Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. I'm leaving. Bye.
I'm sorry. Really sorry.
You're in so much trouble.
You said
much
black cats were better. You
I
are.
said
in
black
trouble.
cats were better, and she's literally just tried to jump out of an open window, and I live on the 3rd floor. Yeah, so they're unlikely that they will probably answer direct questions, but they're not particularly clever beings, so they probably won't know very well.
Ooh.
Much.
They need to be asked quite direct questions. They won't just be able to tell you anything automatically useful, because they won't know how to determine what is useful and what is not.
Okay. But they're not a threat.
No. They're created to serve. So these have obviously been tasked to do kitchen tasks and look after the cats and look after the fairy dragons. Everything is very, very clean, very, very tidy. But they are not dangerous. If you go into the kitchen, they've got little icons you can see.
Before we go much further as well, did anyone think to search the study? We did get distracted by Cap.
You did.
Yeah.
You haven't as yet searched the study.
Well, I suspect that that would be a very good idea, and by the sounds of things,
Can we help? Can we help? What can we do for you? Would you like food? Are you hungry? Can we clean things for you?
Vedeketh, your armor.
I mean, it certainly got polished.
Ha!
Can I look around the kitchen if there's something interesting other than the two thingies?
You can have a look around the kitchen. Roll me. Oh, the second fact I should have given you about the homunculi is that a homunculus dies when its master dies.
Oh, okay. So
so
that's good to know.
So both Vistandia and Freyot are alive somewhere, just not here.
so maybe we should have a proper look around the library, because
The library or the study? You just came from the study.
The study.
There is a library too.
There is a library too. Oh, there is a library too.
Of course there is a library. Something keeps building piles of books in the library.
Something.
Something. Yes. We keep tidying up, and then there's piles of books. And then we keep tidying up, and then there's piles of books again.
Thank you, little friends, for all of that information.
One last question, if I may.
Yes.
Little homunculi friend.
It's nice to have someone to talk to.
Oh,
This is maybe a stretch, but any chance of a cheese toasty?
Oh,
A
of
little
course.
bit
Of course.
I was expecting some great insightful question.
Me too.
Really? It's
Fetch
the cat.
the bread. Fetch the bread.
The bread.
The homunculi are so excited to make you a cheese toasty. Would anybody else like a cheese toasty?
sure.
Yes, cheese toasty.
With some soup, please.
Oh, yes, we should have some soup. What type of soup would you like?
Tomato.
Yes, we can do that. And they disappear off into the kitchen, flurrying. There's lots of
Frantic kitchen sounds.
kitchen activity. The cats look slightly perplexed and slightly annoyed that the previously quite chill kitchen energy is now quite frantic. The cats are they've got one of them's got very flat ears, and there's they're a bit pissed off. But 5 minutes later, you've all got cheese toasties. There's soup on the go. Would you like to come through to the dining room, or are you eating as you go, or?
I'll eat as I go. Not good. Yeah, I can.
I take a bite, and I assume it's very lovely. So I'm going to get a little bit of paper out and write 10 on it, and show it to them while I'm eating it.
Oh, amazing!
Very good. Ding ding.
They open the door through into the dining room. So that you could, if you wish, go into the dining room.
Or have the door slammed in your face, apparently.
Yeah, there we go. I'm in.
There we go.
Yeah.
So
Right.
they put some cutlery and some things out on the dining table for you. There's large windows on one of the walls here, looking out onto planted beds filled with vegetation. There's a crystal chandelier hanging above a table that's made of a dark wood. 6 matching wooden chairs with scarlet cushions surround the table, and a 7th chair sits alone in a far corner.
Oh, it'd be rude not to eat at this lovely table.
Yes, please do.
So I sit myself down, just tuck
Yeah.
into the food.
Bedicat does a really annoying thing where he sits in a chair and then puts his feet up on the table
Okay.
because he's, he's like, I've got a servant now. This is good. This is the life.
I'm going to come over, open this door, and then he's going to stand here because he can, while they're eating, he can watch down the corridor in case anything comes.
Do you say you're here to clean, yes?
Yes, cook, clean, do anything that needs doing.
Do you enjoy it?
We are made to serve. It is our task.
Okay.
Trying to think of a way to make that sound a bit more direct. I'm assuming through all this conversation, I'm just like, they don't have any thoughts. Head empty, no thought behind them eyes.
They're just like Vedikev.
Now, you said that, we didn't.
Yeah, that's fair. We did not say that.
Just without all the shiny armor.
It's okay. Vedikev is not, me projected into a character at all.
I mean,
Maybe a little bit.
Does Vedikev have wings?
Not recently.
Not really.
Well,
Oh dear.
it was very interesting to hear about the piles of books that keep appearing. That sort of suggests that somebody must be coming in and out of this place.
We have
Or
to
is stuck here.
we have to be careful. We have to be careful with the books. We've been told not to touch any books that have single letters on their spine.
Were we told why?
We don't know. It was very specific. We must not touch any books with single letters on their spine.
The books that get moved, do they have single letters on their spine?
No, not usually. Otherwise, we wouldn't touch them.
Is it always the same books?
Yeah, I was going to
Wow.
ask. Yeah.
Not sure.
Can you read?
read?
Oh!
High five, Ad.
No, we can't read.
Okay, that would explain.
The library is at the other end of the corridor, next to the study.
So I certainly think we need to do some investigating down there, because it certainly sounds like somebody's coming in that room, and coming in and out of this dimension is something that we also want to be doing.
One more door coming out of the kitchen, which I presume is that where you store the foodstuffs through the other door?
Oh yes, that's the pantry.
The pantry.
Yes, the pantry. Pantry.
Hands growing trees. Vedikev is like amazed. This is a really important revelation for him, that pans grow on trees.
This is a dimension. This is an endless possibility. Anything
I'm
possible.
glad you enjoyed this, EJ.
Sasha, how did he
I'm channeling the
survive
best
through
client
childhood?
Sorry, did someone ask how?
I was about to say, how did he survive through childhood?
Sasha.
I have a warhammer.
Yeah,
That's fair.
explains everything. Yes.
Well, so maybe once everybody's finished their sandwiches, we should do some more investigating. And
Yep.
I have to say, I got so distracted by Beautiful, I didn't even think to have a look around the study that we were in. But certainly,
I'm sure Beautiful would love to see you again.
well, and
You can distract the cat.
I can
We can
distract
look for the
Beautiful.
shinies.
What do you look for?
I
Yes,
mean,
indeed.
don't say that out loud, very careful. I mean, you can talk to the cat, and we can look at the other things, see if we can get any clues. That's what I meant
Knowledge,
all
maybe.
along.
That's
Knowledge.
totally what
We're
I
looking
thought.
for
Knowledge, knowledge. Yep. Absolutely.
Okay.
Wink.
Yeah.
Well, given that it is now 10 to 10, I think probably your further forays into the mansion will have to wait for a fortnight because it is time for bed.
It's late.
It is late
Late.
for Anne. So thank you very much, everyone, for finding your way into the mysterious mansion of Fistandia. And immediately finding the room full of cats. I'm very impressed.
It is on brand.
It is on brand, yes. I was pleased to
Even
find
if
that there is a room full of cats, and then I was even more pleased that that was the first thing you managed to find.
Even if it does mean that you're going to get murdered in your sleep.
Yes, quite possibly. Although she does look quite warm, so it might be all right. It might be all right.
Just a
Revenge
vague
is
mauling.
a dish best served cold.
Yeah. If I'm covered in claw marks or whatever tomorrow, that's you'll know what that's about. But thanks very much, everyone. Thank you, chat room. I hope you've enjoyed listening along to our little adventures so far. Let's see if there's. There's not much going on. Not much going on today, but thank you very much. I will leave you all, chat room. We will be back on Monday. No, we'll be back on Sunday with the show. We're back on Sunday with the show. That's what we're back. Next thing on the channel will be the show, Girls Gone Wow, Sunday night, 7:30 p.m. London time. So thanks, chat room.
What is happening on Sunday night?
No idea.
Yes, give me an hour. It'll be on Discord.
Yeah, EJ has to put her thinking hat on. So when EJ,
it's been really hot. So
yeah,
trying to think of things today.
Yeah,
just place it jauntily.
Yes, cool.
Also, yeah, I've been slightly preoccupied with being slightly aggro about things. So hey ho.
Right. Well, thanks very much, chat room. We will see you on Sunday night. Good night.
Bye.
Take care, everybody.
Night.
Good night.